Good morning, everyone. Today we have with us Mr. Abdul Hakim Khan. He has worked and is working in different capacities as a corporate trainer, a soft skill trainer, and a faculty of communicative English too. I, on behalf of the whole fraternity of IIMT, extend a warm welcome to you, sir, to this virtual platform that is IIMT Open House. You have trained a lot of students as well as the employees. I would like to ask you a few questions pertaining to your work that will be helpful for the students as well, so that while preparing themselves to face the corporate world, how and what are the aspects they need to consider to have a bright career is what we are expecting from you today, sir. Shall I ask you a few questions regarding this?
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
As we all are aware of your work, sir, but still we want our audience to know you are one of the best motivational speaker as well as a soft skill trainer. So how was your journey so far?
See, let me be very honest. So I started my journey with a scratch, right? Okay. So I started working from a scratch, and today you people know where I am. So I always try to give a positive note to my people, to my audience, to my students, that if I can, so you can also. So only thing is that when you have positive attitude in you, when you have positive attitude, or you have to become a go-getter. When you become go-getter, so you also can reach your goal, reach your aim of life, or so-called success.
Sir, your words have impacted a lot of students, and I am one such person who has seen how your words have impacted the students, at least our students. So, whose words have impacted you to choose this as your careers? Someone might be there as a role model for you.
Well, of course, I mean, I will agree that there is a role model, but generally what happens in people's role model, they like them and they want to be them. But my role model is little different, and it is just an opposite. I never wanted to be in this field, or I was not in this field to be a soft skill trainer or a motivational speaker. But a medical student who was a neighbor to me, he dragged me into this field. Ke bhai, you have the skills. Why don't you train me? And believe me, I was not aware of what soft skill was, or what spoken English was, or what communication or business communication was. No doubt, as we were from English medium background, only speaking was good. But I was having no idea about what those things were. But when he dragged me to ask me to train him, because he want to be a future doctor, at least he should be a good communicator in English. So what I did, I started with a scratch, and slowly what I did, I said, I thought, if he's asking me, so I should give the best to him. Then I started reading, and I started my journey that, okay, today one person is asking me, in maybe in future few more will ask, so I will guide them. So I prepared myself, I learned myself and started. And today, by the grace of God, maybe because of him, today I'm a writer, motivational speaker, going to different part of the world also for my lectures.
So your first scholar, your first student was a doctor. So how was the experience training him?
Well,
because what I believe is management students will be having a bit of soft skills, but the doctors and the technical people lack it. So how was the journey training him first?
Yes, like as I was a fresher that time, right? Okay, so now I have to do a very hard work for that, and doing that hard work, it made me very easy for the management students.
Okay,
because
great.
For management student, at least they know something, and it was become a cakewalk for me.
So that has given you a good experience.
Yes, And I love to work with nowadays with management students because they interact in a way which I want.
Yes, sir. Sir, what we usually see is we have different kind of lifestyles. Each and every person has got a different life. So their approach towards the life will also be certainly different from each other. So do you anyway think that taking management as a career choice, will there be any difference in addressing their life problems or taking their life to a different direction? Will that be of any use?
Of course, taking management, the word itself gives everything. I need not have to explain, right? Okay. Suppose somebody want to be a doctor, somebody want to be an engineer, so they want to work in a particular field only. But when you study management, so you know how to manage, right? So you will be managing different stages of life. You will be managing different segment of people, different cultures of people, right? Okay, so these are things when you assimilate and when you use it, so there you need a very very great interpersonal skills with you, then only you will come up as a success.
Sir,
So management will help the people in doing very easily.
it helps us in many aspects, like even the time management is giving us how to
Exactly,
manage our
exactly.
time in our daily life.
Right, right, right. Because time management is nothing but prioritizing. When a person learns to prioritize things, means prioritize things is what is the important, what is unimportant. So we have to, the management people, they know very well that what are the important things and what they have to do. Other people, the ordinary people, they may not be having that idea like what are important, or how to prioritize things. I mean, I don't say that even only like the laymen, they cannot prioritize time. No, of course they also, if they have rational in them, when people are rational, they know very well, okay, whether they have to invest time in this or not.
Yes, exactly. So,
But
when we are management
management
people
people
will be doing
always.
more better.
Yes, yes. Because management people, I mean, they believe in one policy that is called ROTI, ROTI. They call it as return of time investment.
Exactly, sir.
So
That's right.
management people, they want what will be my return on my investment. Other people, they are not worried about their investment,
Their
but the
investment
management
return
people,
on the
their
investment.
management, they're very much aware of investment and return.
Yes. So when we're talking about management, mostly we are concerned about the students who have opted their career or going to opt their career in the management. So I would like to ask one question regarding that, sir. So do you think that as the students will be facing the interviews, so what percentage of the importance is given to the resumes of the candidates? Do the students or the candidates need to take more meticulously work more on their resumes?
Yes, see, when we talk about the employability, right? Okay, so two skills are needed for employability. One is technical skill, and other is soft skills, right? So technical skills in management colleges or in medical colleges or in technical colleges. So the technical side is taught by the main faculties, but the soft skills, like the first soft skills is communication skills. So a person should know how to express himself or herself. If you cannot express yourself, so how you are going to work in a team? Because definitely when you are going to work in a company, when you are going to work in MNC, definitely you have to work in a team. So if you are an introvert, so you cannot express yourself. So there you have to develop your communication skill. So there is interpersonal skills, intrapersonal skills. You should know like how to behave with people. That is interpersonal skills, one person with another person, intrapersonal skills means I should know like what are the skills, so what are the things which triggers me, right? When it triggers me, so when I work in a company or when I work in atmosphere, so what I have to do, I have to control that emotions, okay, that it should not trigger me. Or when if it triggers me, so what will happen, I will become violent and we cannot work together. Even the company is losing and we are losing things.
Agree, sir. I agree.
And like as you said, the resume, obviously resume plays a very, very important role. Right? Okay. So uh, when we talk about resume, so when we talk about resume, a resume is a thing which attracts the interviewer to call you for the interview. Resume is such a thing which attracts the interviewer to call you for the interview. If
That
your
is like
resume is
presenting
not
ourselves on a piece of paper.
yes, exactly. Because see, again, many times what happen, people making a mistake of in resume by using the resume for all sort of work, all sort of jobs.
Yes.
In fact, I always tell people that you should not use a single format for everything. You just take, it costs hardly 10 to 5 rupees a per copy. So you can use every time, you can use a new one. You can amend your resume, which will give an impact to the interviewer and they will call you for the interview. If your resume is not enticing them, so they will not call.
That's right. So, sir, what do you, if I ask you to give advice to the students who are preparing themselves to face the professional world, what is that piece of advice you would like to give to them?
See, I will advise one thing, that be natural. First of all, be positive. Okay. And whatever you write in your resume or whatever you speak, you should know the meaning at least. Many times what happens, people without knowing the meaning, they use words in resume and they speak that word. And what happened, you may not have faced many interviews, but the interviewers, they might have faced lot of students, so they know very well. Looking at your resume, they will come to know whether which word is yours and which you have copied and which words meaning you don't know. So they know very well. This is the thing which I always ask the student, like you may not have attended interview so much, but they have taken interview so much, right?
Yes, sir. So, sir, while the first step is the resume which the candidate will be sending to the recruiter. So, while
Right.
recruiting, now the second step is the interview process. So, while in the interview process, so while recruiting, what does a recruiter look for in a candidate? In
See,
a
two
general
things I
sense, like may it be
yes,
from the finance or HR or marketing or anything. What does a recruiter
right.
in general see?
See, first of all, the basic knowledge, maybe in HR, maybe marketing, maybe in system, maybe in accounts, whatever he or she is, the basic knowledge should be there, right? And after that, they should have a good communication skill. Communication skill, it doesn't mean that you have to be an orator, right? Okay. So sometimes people they misunderstand. So communication means whatever you say, it should be clearly understood to the person to whom you are speaking to. Right? That is called communication. And second thing is after that, you should have a problem solving ability. At times when there will be a problem, you should have the quality to solve the problem, and you should be a team player, because no such companies in the world where only you are the player and you will be performing the duty, right? Okay. So you have to be a team player. And
Yes, sir.
rest, like when we talk about etiquettes and manner, definitely one has to keep or maintain when he or she is in a company. And the last thing I will say, that you should have interpersonal skills and intrapersonal skills. So these are very important to like adjust with people. If I know my mentality, so I can adjust with people. If I know people's mentality, even though I will adjust with people. Generally, people, they complain one thing. No, he is unable to adjust with me, or she is unable to adjust with me. My question goes other way around. If he or she is unable to adjust with you, why can't you
Why can't
adjust
you?
with them? So that's why inter and intrapersonal skills is very, very important also.
Sir, you have said regarding the communication skills of the students. So is it
Yes.
mandatory that the students must be possessing a good communication skills?
See,
Because
this
there
is
are
the
few students who might not be having good communication skills. So,
see. No, again, let me tell you, Dipti. Like, what do you mean by communication or good communication? There is no such good communication or bad communication. When you write, that becomes good or bad. But communication means what? When you are able to express yourself and there is a feedback from the listener, it means he understood. People should understood. I will give you one example right now. Everybody must be watching Big Boss, right? Okay.
yes.
There is a participant called Abdul Rozik. So he is from Kazakhstan. See, he doesn't know much English, neither he know much Hindi, but he is adjusting there. People is understanding what he's meaning, what he's saying in Hindi, or people they understand what he speaks English. So good communication. It doesn't mean that you are an orator. You have to speak fluently. No, it's not really that. You should be enough to express yourself. That's all.
So, you mean to say, sir, good communication means how you're expressing yourself or how you're passing on the message that you want to pass to the others.
Yes, yes. Good communication means that people should understand you. In one word, for me, communication means understanding. If people don't understand what you say, you may be a good orator, you may be in good words, but it is waste. We cannot call it as a communication. People should understand.
So before signing off, one last question to you, that the pandemic has shown a lot of impact on the students. There is may it be a positive or a negative, but there is an impact on the students. So is there any difference between how the students should face the online interviews and offline interviews? Is there any difference that they should prepare themselves? In case if it is
See,
an online interview?
I'll tell you one thing. From last more than 2.5 years, we are acquainted with online, right? Okay. See, suppose this also can be called as an interview. What we are doing right now.
Yes.
Okay. So only thing is that I'm not prepared what you are going to ask. Okay. But people should know that what interview they are going and what the interviewer is going to ask. FAQs are there. You prepare those FAQs and you go, right? Okay.
Okay.
And I think that will be much better when you see in picture and when you see physically. So sometimes what happens, there is nervousness in people, nervousness in student. But when they are in online mode, so there will be no fear. I think it gives a positive impact to the students or to the interviewee.
So, sir, thanks a lot for giving so much of inputs to the students. And I believe that this session will be of good use to the students who want to prepare themselves. And I would request you to visit our institute once so that our students can have a good interaction with you face to face and you can help them out with their career counseling.
Yeah, thank you, Dipti. Definitely. I know that you always warm welcome me. So definitely I'll be visiting someday to your college and physically address your students, right? Okay, and try to motivate them, or whatever the queries they have in their mind, so I can clear them. Because the only thing is that when you understand things, then only you achieve it. When you don't
Yes, sir.
understand, you cannot. So I will end with one line, that woods are lovely, dark and deep. I have promises to keep, miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you for sparing your valuable time with us. Meet you soon, sir. Thank you.